Greetings and hello. On today's episode of the Aim to Win in Business and Life podcast, we're going to discuss the power of focus in your business. So get ready to learn and get ready to win right now. Hello, everyone. This is Tony Coleman-Brown, and I'm excited to talk to you today about the power of focus. But before I get into this topic, I wanted to remind each and every one of you that on Monday, March 18th, we are relaunching the Network for Women in Business, and it is exciting. We have an amazing new platform with all of our amazing content, and members are definitely in for a treat. Each and every month, you're going to get new business growth kits. You're going to get new modules of content that you can absorb and use in your business, as well as you'll get the opportunity to participate in group coaching calls, and you'll get access to our amazing training vault. Over the past 7 years, we've been keeping amazing content that we have recorded from entrepreneurs like Amy Porterfield, Dr. Venus Oberreese, and so many more. So head on over to www.thenetworkforwomeninbusiness.com to check out what we have to offer. Okay? So today, the power of focus in your business. Yes. In today's information age, there are so many things that are coming at us at once. It seems like it's almost impossible to focus. There's just so many distractions. And if the distractions aren't coming from the news, it's coming from all types of shiny objects that seem to be hitting us in the face every second or so. Every time I turn around, there's a beep or a buzz on your phone or a notification or a ding from your computer, and it just tends to lead us down these rabbit holes that seem to just take up so much time. Many of times, it seems like it takes about 15 or 20 minutes to dig yourself out of every rabbit hole that a distraction seems to pull you into. And let's not talk about the new tools, okay? Because let's just be clear. There are new tools coming out every day, and it seems like we need all of them. But really and truly, most of the tools are just the same product that are being repackaged and repurposed with new and slick designs, or with new companies coming out competing against existing ones. And I'll give you an example of that. Have you ever had a really good project management tool that you worked with, like say Trello or something like that? And Trello is a great project management tool. It allows you to utilize boards, and your boards can be set up for different projects. And in your projects, you could put different tasks, and you can assign them to different people to complete. So you can work in multiple boards. Then you get really comfortable with Trello, and then along comes Slack. And Slack is just another tool that everybody is talking about, and you feel like you need to get started with that. It's another project management tool. It's another tool that you can use with your team where everybody can work together. And then before you know it, you turn around and everybody's talking about Asana. And Asana is another project management tool that you can use where you can assign tasks and different projects, and you and your team can work in Asana. Then, and I'm laughing because this is just so true. Now, today, every time you turn on your television, or you're listening to something, or you're browsing something online, you're finding information about this new tool called Monday, and how everybody needs to have Monday. And Monday sounds just like Asana. It sounds just like Slack, and it sounds just like Trello. But if you're a Jane of all trades, you may be that person who feels like you need to try them all. Well, all that's going to happen is that you're going to be pulled down a rabbit hole And you're going to end up utilizing a whole bunch of tools that you really don't need. You only need maybe one good project management tool. And when it comes down to things like this, what I'd like to tell you is find the tool that works for you. Once you find the tool that works for you, plant your flag in that tool, because there's nothing like getting comfortable with one tool or one app and then finding another one that you like and then having to manage all of that. That's how your business gets to be really messy. And that's how you definitely get stuck and you get confused and you get frustrated because you don't know what you want to use anymore. You don't know what tools you have anymore. So as you guys can see, this can get really, really complicated. And this is how you get really confused in your business. Another way you get confused in your business is when you have conflicting projects. You can get started with this one project. Say this year was the year that you decided you wanted to write a book. And then March comes around and you realize that writing a book is harder than you thought. And you think, maybe I should start a podcast instead. And you take the information and you start your podcast and you realize that doing a podcast is a lot of work. And then maybe you think you should create a course. And you get on the journey towards creating a course and you realize that creating a course is a lot of work. So what are you going to do? Now you have an unfinished book. You have a podcast that you started that you can't keep up with, and you have the makings of a course that you didn't finish. Now you have 3 unfinished projects. What are you going to do? Well, let me tell you. What you need is not another project, for sure. That's for sure. You don't need another project. And not another tool, for sure. You don't need another business tool. Not another coach, because you really don't need another coach. But what you do need is a strategy. You need a strategy to dig you out of the rabbit hole, a strategy that will help you get clear. Because if you keep going down the path that you're going, you're actually going to end up losing, and you're going to lose big. You're going to lose productivity. You're going to lose money. You're going to lose sleep. You're going to lose your sanity. But most importantly, you're going to lose your profits. You see, most people think that they can work on all of these multiple projects at one time and that they can do it all. They think that they can focus on more than one thing at one time and be very, very successful. And the reality of it is you cannot. Your brain is just one brain. It's not 2 brains, and your one brain cannot hold 2 thoughts at one time. And if you don't believe me, just try it. Try right now to think about 2 things at one time. And I promise you what's going to happen is your brain is going to jump from one thought to the next thought, from one thought to the next thought. And it's just going to go back and forth like ping pong, because it's just not physically possible for your brain to hold 2 thoughts at the same time. So if you try it, you'll see that it doesn't work. And the same way this does not work is the exact same way that multitasking does not work. Multitasking is a myth. You can't do 2 things at one time. And at least if you try, you won't be able to do those 2 things very well. So therefore, you need to focus and you need a strategy, like I said before, in your business. And that's what I am going to introduce to you right now, a new strategy. And that strategy is called Focus, Finish, Promote, and Profit. And when you adopt this strategy into your business, you will actually see amazing results and an amazing improvement in your profits. So here's what happens when you begin to focus. When you begin to focus, you'll take a deep dive into your business. You'll begin to look at all of the things, all of the tools, all of the apps, all of the products that you have in your business, and you will figure out what's been working. You'll do a deep dive into your analytics. If you have Google Analytics, you will do that. You will look at your Google Analytics. If you have multiple websites, you will look at these multiple websites and find out what are the websites that are getting the traffic, what are the pages that people are viewing, and you'll begin to start to monetize those particular pages so that you can make more money in your business. And also it will tell you what aspect of your business is actually working. And once you find those aspects, those little nooks and crannies, those little profit centers, once you find those profit centers in your business, then what you're going to do is you're going to begin to build up on them. And once you begin to build up on them, you will begin to generate more profits. But first, you're going to have to start with focusing and doing a deep dive into your business. And once you make a master list of all of the tasks, all of the apps you own, all of the tools you own, all of the courses you own, then you're going to have to do a process of either eliminating, automating, or delegating. You're going to have to eliminate those things, those business tools that you don't use and you're paying a monthly fee, your subscriptions and your memberships to gyms that you don't use, and products that you don't use, and services that you don't use, and you're going to get rid of them. And once you get rid of them, what's going to happen is this is going to free up money in your budget. Once you free up money in your budget, you'll be able to then turn around and hire that virtual assistant that will help you to automate a lot of things in your business. Now, there are a lot of things I'm sure that you can automate, like paying your monthly bills and automating your social media posts and things like that. And then there'll be things in your business that you're going to want to delegate. Yes, delegate. Now, I'm the type of person, there are a lot of things in my business that I know how to do. I know how to create my audio. I know how to edit my audio. There's lots of things that I know how to do. But just because I know how to do it, that doesn't mean I necessarily need to do it, because I could be focusing on things in business that necessarily contribute positively to my bottom line. And that could be new business development. I could be looking for new members. I could be looking for new clients. This is what you want to be working on. You want to work on new business development. You want to work on creating and you want to work on those tasks that directly contribute to your bottom line. They're called revenue producing activities. Those are the things that you want to focus on. So once you go through the process of taking that deep dive and doing the analytics in your business and figuring out exactly where the money is, exactly where those profit centers are, you're going to focus on those things that can really blow up those profit centers. But you're going to have to look at all of those tasks. You're going to have to really look in your business to really clean it up. And this process is painful. I'm not going to lie to you. It does take a lot of time. But once you do it, you will feel so free, because it's going to give you the clarity that you need to move through your business so that you can begin to truly earn the income that you desire. Now, a lot of you may have started a business and you may have stopped. You may have started a lot of projects and you may have stopped. Well, there are ways for you to breathe new life into those projects and breathe new life into those businesses so that you can really pick them up off the shelf, dust them off, finish them, and bring them to the world. And when you bring them to the world, what you're going to begin to do is you're going to promote it so that you can profit from whatever it is that you've been sitting on the shelf and leaving on the shelf for so long that you may feel like, oh my God, look at all of these great ideas that I just left sitting on the shelf. Let me tell you something, people. This is something that you don't want to do. You don't want to leave this earth and have all of your genius leave with you. You want to leave this earth with a legacy. You want to leave behind your genius. You do not want to leave your genius inside your head. You want to get it out and get it out to the world. The world deserves to hear from you. And you know what? It doesn't matter if it's going to take a lot of time to get it done. You know, you may not have a lot of money to get a lot of things done, which may mean that you may have to do all of the work. But that's okay. At the end of the day, what you want to do is make sure that it happens. Make sure that the work gets done. And start small. Because just because you launch and you don't launch with an audience of millions doesn't mean that at some point in time you won't have millions, because you very well may. Just because you don't have thousands and thousands of people on your mailing list when you launch doesn't mean that a year from now you won't have thousands and thousands of people on your mailing list. At the end of the day, it's just very important for you to get started. It's very important for you to have laser focus. It's very important for you to finish those unfinished projects so that you can promote them and profit from them. See, here's the problem, and here's what happens for most of us. We start a project. We may even finish a project. We'll promote it for a month, or we might promote it for a week. And we say, you know what? I'm not getting what I thought I should get, so it didn't work. And we toss it to the side when we really haven't given it time and we haven't given it the legs that it needs so that it can absolutely positively flourish. You know, when it comes down to priming a well, to get the water flowing, you have to pump and pump and pump and pump. You know, you have to pump and pump and pump and pump, and you will be pumping for a while before you get a trickle of water to come out of the well. Now, after you start to get a trickle of water to come out of the well, if you keep on priming the pump, eventually more water will come out of the well. And if you keep priming, before you know it, you don't even have to pump very hard because the water will just begin to flow. Whatever you do, give it time. And before you know it, you will have achieved and accomplished everything you've ever wanted. But you have to focus. You have to get clear. You have to finish. You must do that. And you must promote, and not just for a day, not just for a week. Give your products the chance to live. Promote them for years. Give your product at least 18 months before you even think about promoting anything else. And that is the key to success. That is the power of focus in your business. So there you have it. That's the power of focus. That's how you get things done. Don't forget, guys, on Monday, March 18th, we're going to be relaunching the Network for Women in Business, and we are relaunching it with a new method for success. And that method is focus, finish, promote, and profit. And that is a key to success. And our 2020 vision for this is that the focus, finish, promote, and profit method will eventually turn into a book, turn into a course, and turn into a certification program where you can become certified in the method and teach it to others. So with that, you have it. That is the power of getting focused in your business. It can lead to huge profits. And I hope that you take this information and I hope that you get started with us with the Network for Women in Business and that you decide to become one of our gold or platinum members. You will not regret that you did because it is an amazing platform with great information that is going to help propel you to the next level. The motto of the Network for Women in Business is that we educate to elevate women in business, and I am sure that we can help you to elevate to your next best level of yourself and your business. So with that, take care, and I'll see you on the next episode.
Thank you for listening to the Aim to Win in Business and Life podcast with Tony Coleman-Brown. Please visit TonyColemanBrown.com for more information on this episode and get ready to win.